Good morning, Year 4s. Today's maths lesson is going to be all about problem solving involving area. So the learning objective is to solve problems involving area. And your success criteria is going to be able to recall what area means. So you need to be able to remember that area is measuring the surface of a 2D shape to the inside. Use efficient ways to calculate the area. So think about the two ways that we've learned this week. We've learned to multiply and we've learned to count all the squares. So think about which way you can use, which is the most efficient, which is the best way. Create a shape with a certain area and reason and problem solve. Okay, so your starter for today is multiplication. So all of these are most likely going to have to involve using column method. So this is just to kind of refresh your memory that we did a few weeks ago. Remember, we put 23 in the column. We put the multiplication sign on the left, and then the 4 goes under the 3 because that's the ones column. And then we need to multiply, starting in the ones column, and then moving to the tens column. And you might need to regroup. So think back to when we did that, and I'd like you to complete all of those sums using this method. Okay, so pause the video and have a go. Okay, well done. Right, these are your answers. If any of your answers are not like mine, have a go at doing your sum again to see where you went wrong. Okay, so today's big question is a true or false question. If I want to build a fence around my garden, I need to measure the area of my garden. Is that true or false? Then the next statement or next question, if I want to put new tiles on my kitchen floor, I need to know the measure, or I need to measure the perimeter. Let's just take that out. So the first one and second one, which is a true or false? So they're both true or both false. So I'd like you to write those answers on a piece of paper. Okay, so if we look at the first one, I want to build a fence around my garden. I need to measure the area. That is false. Okay, because if you want to build a fence around your garden, you need to measure the perimeter. And the next one, if I want to put new tiles on my kitchen floor, I need to measure the perimeter. That one is also false. Okay, because if we want new tiles on the kitchen floor, we would have to measure the area. Okay, so I'm actually going to go straight into your activities for today, because this week we've done a lot of measuring of area and measuring the squares. So today we're just going to look at a few problems or problem solving questions linked to area. So we're learning nothing new today. We're taking our knowledge from the whole week and putting it into practice with some problem solving questions. So today you have an assignment, so not a quiz, you have an assignment. And in your assignment, you've got the question on the left-hand side, and then I'd like you to write your answers on the right-hand side. So this is taken from your assignment. So it should look like this when you open it in Teams. So number 1 says, match each shape to the correct area. So you've got 5 shapes, and I have taken those 5 shapes and put them on the right-hand side in your assignment. So it will look like this. So what you need to do is have a look at these statements and then type them in next to each one. So for example, if we look at this one, the area of this shape is 10 squares. So you need to find which shape has got an area of 10 squares. So if I count the first one, I can see we've got 3, 6, 9. So it's not that one. If I do this one, I can see I've got 4, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so it's this one. So then I'd like you to type in, and you'll be able to do this in Teams, the area of this shape is 10 squares. Okay, then you'll go to the next statement. The area of this shape is 7 squares. So you'll need to find the one that is 7 squares and write the sentence down. And then you'll need to do that for all of the statements. Okay, when you finish that, this is your next question. Count the squares of each color and add them to find the area of the mosaic. So we've got a picture of a Christmas tree. So in this side on Microsoft Teams, you can write that the blue, so you can rewrite this. So you'll have to count the area of the blue, which is the outside of this shape or of the Christmas tree. It's still in the shape. So you have to count and you can type blue equals, and your answer. Then you'll have to count the green area. And you'll just have to type it in like this, and then the brown area, and then the yellow area. And then it says you need to find the whole area of that shape. So you think about how you're going to find the whole area of that shape. And then you can write the answer sentence. The area of the whole shape is something centimeter squares. Okay, then your next question on Microsoft Teams is a picture that looks like this. And it says, the most efficient way to calculate the area of this rectangle is to count each square one by one. So if you think that's true, if you think that counting every single square is the easiest and efficient way, then you need to write true. If you think it's not, and you think, actually, no, there is a better way that I can find the area of this yellow shape, you'll have to write false and give me a reason why. Okay, then you'll have another question, which says, 3 children have calculated the area of this rectilinear shape. Who is right and who is wrong? Explain how you know. So you can see that Ravi has done it this way. He said 4 times 3 equals 12. Max thinks it's 4 times 4 equals 16. And Ava thinks it's 4 times 3 equals 12. And then 12 plus 1 equals 13. So who has done the calculation correctly? And then in your assignment, next to it in the block, you can say, for example, Max has calculated the area correctly. Yes, you'll have to work that out. And then your last question, it says, Mo is building a patio made of 20 square slabs. What could the patio look like? Mo is using 6 black square slabs in his design. None of them are touching each other. Where could they be in the designs that you have made? So for this question, you can do this one on a piece of paper because you're going to have to draw his slabs, his square slabs. So for example, you've got 20 square slabs. So you could make a design using 20 slabs, and it could be any pattern you want as long as there is 20. So I'm just going to do a little one for now. And then it also goes on to say that 6 of those slabs are black and they don't touch. So if I had to color in one of my slabs and I had to fill that to make it a black slab, and then I had to fill this one and make it a black slab, I can't do that because they're touching each other. So I'd have to think about where another black slab could go. So it could possibly go here. So once you've designed your patio with your 20 squares, then you can color in 6 of them, but you need to make sure that they are not touching. And then if you want, you could have another go to see if you could make another design using 20 squares. Okay, so that is your assignment for today. So have fun doing that in Teams, and well done again for such amazing work on Area this week. So have fun, and I'm looking forward to marking your work.